Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button if you guys are fans of the content being posted onto this channel to always be in the loop with more content similar to this, and be sure to hit the video up with a like if you're enjoying the content. And with that being said, let's begin. Well, it would appear that everyone's greatest fears for Halloween Kills has now officially come true. As of this recording on July 8th, 2020, Halloween Kills has now officially been bumped to October 2021, which ultimately means we will not be getting Halloween Kills later on this October. And this comes courtesy of BloodyDisgusting.com and straight from John Carpenter's mouth himself, as BloodyDisgusting.com went along to report, and I quote, "John Carpenter has taken to social media this afternoon to make the unfortunate but expected announcement that Halloween Kills is no longer releasing this Halloween season. Instead, the sequel to 2018's Halloween will now release in 2021. An official statement penned by John Carpenter and director David Gordon Green reads, "If we release it in October of this year as planned, we have to face the reality that the film will be consumed in a compromised theatrical experience. After weighing our options, we have chosen to push the film's theatrical release by 1 year," which is absolutely detrimental to those that have been expecting the movie, including myself, for such a long time now. And over on John Carpenter's Twitter, John Carpenter went along to put out the following statement, and I quote, "We write this to you heartbroken over the fact that the delay of our film is even a discussion. But if there was one thing that a career in the film industry has prepared us for, it is the unexpected. Over the past few weeks, our film family has looked at the forecast with obvious concern. We have discussed and struggled with how best to present Halloween Kills to the loyal fans around the world, as well as the new audience we hope to invite to this experience. It was a wild and vibrant production. We lined up a cast of legacy characters like Laurie and Tommy, Lindsay, Lonnie, Marin, Brackett, and The Shape. Then alongside some new faces, we aggressively made the second chapter of our Halloween trilogy. It unfolded into an experience that was a creative playground, and we feel confident that our misfit pleasures will be seen as an unexpected entry into the franchise. If we release it in October of this year as planned, we have to face the reality that the film will be consumed in a compromised theatrical experience. After weighing our options, we have chosen to push the film's theatrical release by 1 year. On top of a traditional release, Universal has agreed to an IMAX presentation of the film in October of 2021. We are sound mixing with one of the greatest design teams that can slash, scream, and creep their way under your skin. We are going to have time to complete the film with the quality the fans deserve. And preparation on Halloween Ends has begun as well. It is an horror to be working with these characters and spending time in Haddonfield. We look forward to sharing our next chapters with you, David Gordon Green and John Carpenter." Now, this is the most accurate information that you will find outside of all of the clickbaiting YouTubers that are basically lying to their fandom and saying that we're going to be getting a trailer, they have inside information. There is no inside information. There is no trailer coming because John Carpenter himself and David Gordon Green had confirmed that the movie is now going to be delayed, and there isn't really anyone to blame for this. The only, I guess, source you can blame for the delay of this movie is, of course, COVID. Now, the virus had struck the world in such a way this year that it impacted the film industry to such a way that the movie theater companies are now looking for bailouts because they're filing for bankruptcy, and many films that originally were supposed to be put out this year, as an example, Kong vs. Godzilla, Halloween Kills, many of the Marvel and DC movies, and so many in between, like The Conjuring 3 and so on and so forth. Many films have been impacted by this virus, and sadly enough, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's only getting worse. It's getting worse in the United States, especially in the South. It's getting worse overseas. There is another weird report of the bubonic plague, the Black Plague, coming back, which the first reports were actually reported in China. So we have a lot going on in our world today that it's forcing companies, it's forcing studios to basically push back their projects and basically push back movies that they had planned for us this year. So I'm here to tell you all that no, we are not going to be getting Halloween Kills this year, and that's very unfortunate. However, there is good news that comes out of this, and it comes straight from John Carpenter and David Gordon Green in the fact that they're still working on perfecting this movie in such a way that they want to give us the absolute best quality they can for Halloween Kills, which I believe all of us Halloween fans do deserve, because I think every single person that is supportive of these projects do actually deserve to see a finalized product that will just blow their minds. So if it means them taking another year to perfect this film and perhaps making it one of the absolute best Halloween movies of all time, then so be it, because all that really means for us is that we're going to have to wait. But it's going to be a huge letdown if, of course, this is all talk and Halloween Kills ends up actually being a terrible film, which I highly doubt to be the case. But as confirmed, they are working on perfecting this film along with finalizing Halloween Ends as well. So that is on the whiteboard for projects for them to finish, is perfecting and mastering whatever Halloween Kills is going to end up being and releasing that in IMAX next year. And then on top of that, assumingly finishing up whatever ends they have for Halloween Ends. Now, what's interesting about this is it only further goes on to confirm that Halloween Kills is going to be released in 2021 and Halloween Ends is going to be released in 2022. Now, this all comes based off of the assumption that COVID is basically going to end next year, because best case scenario is COVID dies by the end of the year, everything goes back to normal going into 2021, and then by the summer of 2021, everything is good to go. Worst case scenario is if this virus actually ends up lasting a lot longer than expected, it carries into 2021 and perhaps into 2022 and beyond. That is the absolute worst case scenario, because this only means that all of your favorite movies, including Halloween Kills, would be pushed back even more if the virus continues to ravage our world. Now, I really don't think that they're going to go back and doing any sort of reshoots, because as of right now, movie industries are kind of pulling back and doing that. So it's a very crazy time. But if you guys are looking for all the latest and most accurate information for Halloween, then you guys can find it here. You guys can find it on Dave McRae's channel, because you aren't going to be bullshitted. So this is very unfortunate and it's very sad to see go down, because I was truly expecting for this film to blow my mind later on this Halloween, but unfortunately enough, every single one of us are going to have to wait, and this actually creates more of a incentive for people to create theoretical videos and basically speculate as to what may or may not happen, because the possibilities now are endless, especially with John Carpenter having to confirm that they're going to be pushing the limit and giving us a very good and very wild experience for this movie. But unfortunately enough, you can't blame any of the movie industries, you can't blame any of the actual movie theaters, you can't blame anybody or anything other than the virus. The virus is something that's destroying our planet, and it's only getting worse. Sadly enough, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it is getting worse, and it is only going to get worse before it gets better. So Halloween, October 2021, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you guys think that this is the right move? Because if you really stop and think about it, specific places like malls, gyms, movie theaters, sporting events, like if you're going to go to football games, basketball games, whatever the case may be, UFC events, WWE events, whatever the case may be, those are very detrimental according to the CDC and case studies for a person's health when involving COVID, because it could cause wild spreads and it could actually make things a hell of a lot worse. So of course movie theaters fall into place for that, and it's interesting because movie theaters do want to open up. A lot of them are filing class action lawsuits against their governors, but if this continues to go the way it is, then we may not see any movie theater open up until potentially next year. So it's a terrifying time, but keep your hopes up, keep your spirits high, because even though we're going through this very tough time, we're not going to go through this forever. It's not going to last forever, and before you know it, we're going to enter October 2021. We're going to be a year older, but you know what? So be it. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, if you guys are, even though it is delayed for another year, if you guys are stoked, ready, and excited for Halloween Kills, then slap this video up with a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. I don't know what else to say. I think we're living in a very scary time, and I was looking forward to The Conjuring 3, I was looking forward to Kong vs. Godzilla, definitely Halloween Kills, and so many other movies, and now we're gonna have to wait. So Thank you all so much for your time. Tune back in for the next update video, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody, and take care. Peace.